as the guy who never competed at the highest level. That's showbiz, baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to say any level. My body was pretty peaked to begin with.
My hands get sweaty. My hands get sweaty, so I got to...
Yeah.
That's me.
Goldie, wipe that judging look off your face.
Mostly right here.
And listen to some Bieber this afternoon.
I don't know if you guys game, like, it brings out the worst.
And just YouTube it, do it in your living room.
He's a Florida street cat.
The Inside Corner with Gonzo and Goldie, presented by Coors Light.
This week, Marco, we have one of your newest rotation mates. Please introduce us to your good friend.
Yes, it's my guy, Taijuan Walker. Had the privilege of being kind of locker mates with you. We were a couple lockers down spring training, but got to know you a little bit in camp, and just a great dude. I'm pumped to have you on, man. It's good to see you, too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Pumped to be on the show.
Heck yeah, man.
Ty, you are kind of like the Fresh Prince of the big leagues, and you even brought – I would say this is a very Fresh Prince hat you were wearing for us today. Was this intentional, or is this just your COVID style, man?
I got it a couple days ago, and I was like, okay, it's very Fresh Prince. I like it. I dig it. It fits really good. And when you tweeted out Fresh Prince Ty Walker, I'm on the show, I was like, I have to wear the hat. I have to.
Bro, so, synergy already.
Yes, we're in it.
Okay, so what – I just learned that if Marco missteps, you're in as the next co-host after that.
Okay. I can probably do it.
Wow. Right. Quick hook around here, huh, Goldie? Gosh, dang, that's showbiz, baby.
It's the big leagues, guys. It's the big leagues.
Yep.
Now, when you sat down before we started recording, Marco was very curious. He thought you had a Gatorade towel slung across your shoulder.
Oh.
Marco, he looked like he just got some gains, right? It looked like
I'm like, this guy's getting after it. He's like, no days off in the.
I did.
Okay.
So I went gym, did some sprints in the backyard, straight to the gaming PC.
Yeah. So this is more of like the gaming. That's the gaming sweat towel.
Yeah. My hands get sweaty. My hands get sweaty, so I gotta.
Yeah. Like White Goodman, I like to break a mental sweat too. It's like both sides.
It gets super intense right now during games.
Yeah. What's been because I haven't been into much of the gaming stuff. Like I've dabbled a little bit here and there, but it's getting huge, especially like with everybody in quarantine, and they've been doing a lot of MLB The Show stuff. Have you been like when you get the game, you get it set up, you pick your team, you go in with the Mariners. Do you put yourself on the bump right away? Like what was your like first steps into this game?
My goal was to put myself on the bump first. I know you're the number one starter, Marco, but game purposes, I want to throw myself out there first.
Yeah. I mean, we both need the reps, whatever. I mean, get your squad ready and get me out there, get me some innings.
Yeah.
I need it.
100%. 200 innings coming for you.
That must be the most surreal feeling, Marco. I don't know if I know you're not a huge gamer, but the first time that you ever play yourself in a video game, I mean, I know like you guys are used to being in the big leagues, you're pro athletes and you have been forever, it seems like at this point, but if you can take yourself back to that time, that must have been like one of the greatest, this is real, this is happening moments.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I know when I think it was my first spring training or second spring training when they were just filming to be in the video game, I thought that was pretty cool. And then just seeing myself and then seeing like my family and friends and stuff playing as me in a video game, I thought that was pretty dope.
I think the craziest thing that I've seen too is like I have some buddies from back home in Colorado that'll send me like a picture of them playing MLB The Show, and they'll be like, "This is creepy. Like, look how much this looks like you."
Right.
And you look at the graphics, and it is like, and especially like I don't know, I played like for like a day. And I was throwing to Murph, and I was like, throwing as myself, throwing to Murph behind the plate, and he's got these eyes looking at me. I'm like, oh my god, like I'm in the game. Like, this is real. Like if you had some goggles on there, like I'd be locked in, man. This is like the graphics nowadays are unbelievable. What's been your like go-to setups?
I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, and just recently I was in a Fortnite tournament, Super Rivals for Twitch. So it was all professional athletes, and it was myself and my buddy Stephen Romero, who used to play for the Mariners. We were a duo, and so it was a 3-day tournament. We made it to the semis, but we were able to get $3,000 for a charity. The charity I chose was No Kids Hungry for COVID relief. Yeah. So the grand prize, if you win it all, it's $1 million to a charity of your choice. So we're going for the grand prize, but we're happy to walk away that we got some for the charity. So
$3,000, man. That's huge, and especially just for you guys putting in a little, having fun and
having fun. Yeah,
that's solid. Best of both worlds,
Yep, exactly.
So I know Marco especially wants to get into a little bit about what you're doing to stay in shape, to stay on top of things. What's your day-to-day workout routine been like?
I built a gym in my garage. So I've been working out in the garage, and I have turf in the backyard. So I've been doing like sprints and stuff like that. And it's hard too because not having a throwing partner. So just throwing into a net, it's kind of weird. And it's just, no, it doesn't feel the same. So it's always tough. I did that a little bit in the off season too, but just having the wall to throw against, and I have a mound in my backyard, like a portable mound, so I can get off that. And if I need to just chuck a weighted ball, 5-ounce weighted ball, I can just chuck it against the wall and like kind of pretend like I'm throwing like somewhat of a bullpen if I need to.
Do you have somebody that's good that can come and catch you like when you get to that point?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I got 2 buddies out here. I got some Nike catcher's gear ready. So, yeah, if they're ready to go.
Jordan, you don't got Jordan catcher's gear for your boy to come catch you?
Right? I asked my Jordan. I was like, hey, can I get some Jordan gear? He goes, we at Nike, because Yachty's the only guy who can wear the
you want me to call Yachty for you?
Oh yeah, that's your boy. Yeah, let me know. Hey, tell
my boy, as if like we talk on the reg. It's not a problem.
Not a problem. No big deal.
I didn't know that Yachty had exclusivity on Jordan catching equipment. This is true?
Yeah.
It's nasty.
He's the only one. Yeah, he's the only catcher sponsored by Jordan. So.
It's nasty.
He has some sick gear too. Sick gear.
That was one thing. Like when I met Ty in camp, like one of the first days. Obviously, like I know he's the jump man guy, but he comes in. He's got like custom Jordans, like lacing up, like casual, like first day, and I'm rocking like not like it's not a like I have a Nike deal, and that's that's amazing. But this dude comes in, and I'm rocking like the stock Nikes that they put in your locker to like start a camp, and he's got like custom J's. I'm like, all right, this is guys like 5 levels above what I'm trying to rock out here. Like,
yeah, man. I mean, you've seen I rock a new jumpsuit every morning to the complex. So, and I'm mad, dude. I have them laid out ready. I probably have like a month's worth of jumpsuits ready to go when we come back.
I know. I was pumped because we had talked about like flights and like rocking some sweet J's on the planes, and like some we're coordinate all the starters are going to be looking for stuff. So like I was looking forward to stuff like that too.
Oh, it's still going to happen if we can start flying, but
it'll still happen at some point. But that was like things that got me pumped for the season too.
Heck yeah. We had some good plans, man. We had some dope plans for the season.
I know. It was the rotation with how it was working out, and like the team, the group of guys we had. Like I was telling Goldie this at one point too, the progress that we made and like the path that we were on. Everybody was like busting their butts in the weight room. Yeah. Everybody was getting their work in. I thought it was a great group of dudes. So I was bummed and disappointed to kind of lose that time when we left. Yeah.
Well, again, even just the chemistry that we had like so quickly, like everyone kind of just meshed together so quickly, and like the chemistry we had, everyone watching each other's bullpens, and honestly, everyone just kind of keeping each other accountable, and like just for us to do that so early in spring training, like I mean, me, Kendall, Renew, it was a couple young guys and stuff, like for everyone to speak up and to voice like their opinion on stuff, and I think that was a step in the right direction for us, to have a good, successful year as a starting staff.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And like we set the tone for the team. We hold the ball for a reason. We kind of set the tone for how this, the team chemistry, not only our performance in the field starts with us. So
I do need to go back for a second. How many total pairs of shoes do you think you have?
Probably over 400, maybe.
Wow.
I'm going to let that just sink in.
Yeah. Just let it marinate.
So where do we keep these?
They're in the garage. I've donated like over 150 pairs too. Donated. So
to Marco?
Nah, you got baby feet. Sorry, Marco. Sorry.
Hey, that is true though. Like one of the first days I was like, hey, so like what size are you, man? Like like I don't know, what are you, like a 14 or something? 13?
13, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 12, so I was like, dang it. Oh, like just so close.
If you were 13, your locker would be full, promise you. If you can squeeze it there, if you can try to like double sock it or something.
Yeah, thick socks.
I can't double sock it. That's too much sweaty feet action for me.
Okay, I feel it.
I'll hang with the stock Nikes. I'll be good. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Taiwan, it's really interesting. So many Mariners fans grew up waiting to see Taijuan Walker, right? I mean, you were part of this incredible pitching nucleus that was expected to be in Seattle for many, many years. And each one of you had your own path. And when you think about Danny Holtzen, right?
Yeah.
Brandon Maurer, a good friend of yours, James Paxton, and you, this was kind of the big three or the big four. And everybody's path was a little bit different. And for you, obviously, you got traded on Thanksgiving Eve. You go to Arizona. You have your best season as a pro the following year, and then you get hit with Tommy John, and you go 17 months or so between big league starts. Can you just take us back to the beginning of that journey? We'd love to kind of know what that was like to live for you, because it was in some ways kind of the highest of highs and the lowest of lows that happened.
2017 was a good year for me, not only like for pitching wise, but like just like learning and growing, like as a baseball player, but also growing up too, because my wife was pregnant. I think she was like a month pregnant when I got the call, or no, sorry, maybe almost 2 months pregnant when I got traded. So it was kind of like a blessing, just kind of like just kind of turning the page on a new season and stuff, and just getting ready for the move. But like knowing that, okay, I got traded, my wife's pregnant. The biggest thing was, what happened?
Marco's cat.
Oh, his cat. Oh.
Is that Felix coming down the steps?
No.
I know, I got my dogs right outside next to me, and my son's playing with the door. But yeah, I got to Arizona and just learned a lot. There's a lot of veterans that we had, and it was cool because we had Jeff Mathis as our catcher, and he's been around for a long time. He's caught some really high-end pitchers and stuff. So it was pretty cool just to learn from him and just kind of learn from Zach Greinke and some other veteran pitchers that were with us. And yeah, 2018, I was pumped for the season and got hit with Tommy John, and it sucked, but it was kind of one of those things where it was, okay, I get to take a step back from baseball, and I got to spend more time with my son, my wife, and watch my son grow up, and also just mentally just take a mental break from the game. Because when going through Tommy John, like I feel like there's one or two paths you can go. You can get better when you come back and be better when you come back, or you can just be lazy and get hurt again. And I feel like I chose the path of wanting to be better and get better. And so I think that definitely helped me mentally.
Yeah, I think one of the most important things you said was like you have two paths you can go down with your work ethic and like your understanding of, where you're at as a player. And that was something me and you kind of connected on really fast, was our TJ Rehab and the things we learned. And I had the same thing, like coming in to pro ball, I was never anybody that had experienced injuries, like never been through any of that before. And, I was just like, let's go play, let's go and do this thing. And what that changed for me was my perspective of like what my body needed and how to listen to my body every day and figure out how to consistently and continually improve, in a lot of areas, strength, flexibility, and everything. So I guess what are the couple things that, besides, work ethic, because that kind of encompasses a lot, but like, work in the gym, like running, your flexibility, like plyo balls, what was like the biggest takeaways from that rehab that you still do into your routine on a daily now?
So I think the biggest thing for me is just making sure I stay up on my arm care. I think that was the biggest thing, just arm care every single day, just different things of arm care, and the recovery part of it too. When I feel like when you're playing and you're not hurt, you've never been hurt, and you're playing, you just go.
Yeah.
You just want to work, especially like if you're, in a slump and you have 4 bad starts in a row, you just want to work even more, and more is not always better.
Yeah.
Just really listen to your body. So like you said, like going through the rehab and everything, like you listen to your body, you know when your body needs a break and stuff. So
was there any like new hobbies that you picked up? Because I know there's so much downtime, and like I was rehabbing in Florida at our spring training complex with St. Louis. And I mean, we're in Jupiter, Florida. Like there's nothing to do, besides like, like nothing to do baseball wise, like you have your strict time at the field, you couple hours that you spend in and do that thing, but that's pretty much it. Like that's what you're limited to. That's what your day looks like. So I guess for me, like I tried to strum a guitar. It worked out terribly. I'm awful.
Yeah.
But like we went to the beach, like we went and did like played putt like a bunch of times, like saw a bunch of movies. Like what was the thing for you that like got you through? Like
honestly, just my son, my wife. My son was one, so he was just learning a bunch of new things, and every single day was something new. Like he was learning how to walk, he was, crawling faster, he was learning how to speak and stuff. So like every single day was something new with him, and so it was pretty smooth. I wasn't down. I was never upset about anything, which I think was key. And I was never mad. Especially then when I was coming back and I hurt my shoulder coming back from it. Everyone always kept asking me like, "How do you feel? Like, you mad?" I'm like, I'm not mad because I put the work in that I needed to put in to be healthy, and it just gave out. Like I felt like I did everything I needed to do, and it still just gave out. And so when it happened, obviously I was upset, but like after the day I was upset, I was just like, I mean, it is what it is. I did everything I needed to do. It is what it is, and so I just realized that. So yeah,
I feel like too, not only as baseball players but like athletes, I find that we're really good at being in the moment and like attacking what we need to do now instead of like, oh, if I do this, then like down the road I'll be able to do this. It's like, no, like give me a daily routine and I'm gonna knock it out, and I'm gonna compete. I'm gonna do the best I can, and then I'm gonna release it. I'm gonna be done because I know that I put my heart and soul into it. So I feel like kind of channeling that into like the rehab. I was like, all right, I'm gonna knock it out. This is gonna be it, and then like I'm in the present moment. I'm not looking too far ahead.
But you have to,
far behind. I'm staying in that moment.
Yeah, you have to, especially like if you're like, okay, in 6 months I can throw, and like you count back the days before you can throw. It's like it's gonna feel even longer. But if, like you said, if you just go day by day, like, okay, I have to do this arm care today, I have to do this lower workout and upper body, and just take it day by day. I feel like it makes time go by so much faster.
Ty, you went. If I looked at your last start before Tommy John, and then your first start following Tommy John, and it was 17 months, man.
Mm-hmm.
17 months between the time that you stepped on a big league mound. Like, what was that like for you when you got back on the mound for the first time following Tommy John? And Marco, I'm curious for you too, man.
It was super emotional because I feel like all the work I put in, and like finally, it was just one inning that I got to pitch, but finally I was like playing catch, and I was like, hey, I'm kind of choking up just playing catch right now. I'm in the bullpen, and like I went back to the dugout getting ready to go out there, and I'm like, dude, like I'm like trying to hold back tears because I'm like so excited and like emotional. It's just like it's almost like a release. Like, okay, finally I did it. I did the rehab. I came back from the shoulder injury too, and finally I could just go out there and just be a pitcher and just have one pitch, one inning, and not have any fear or worry that my elbow or shoulder is hurt anymore, So it was just like super emotional, but it was like so relieving that like I got out there and I walked out the mound healthy.
Yeah, same for me. I mean, I remember it was about 13 months post-surgery that I was back in AAA. And that's kind of for me, like where I felt like I had returned and I was like, okay, I'm kind of cleared myself. Like in my mind, I was a baseball player again. I was a pitcher again. So that first start was actually on Mother's Day in AAA in Memphis, and my mom got to come out and watch. My wife was there too. And I remember just feeling like, this feels super unnatural, but like in a way I know that I'm going to find my groove again. Like I know that I'm where I'm supposed to be at, and all of that work, like you said, Ty, was like, it came to a point where it was emotional. I started to get choked up, like in the bullpen. I'm like, what am I doing right now? I've never cried on the field before. I'm like, why am I doing this? But like, I felt like this is kind of just welling up, and for me, one of the things I learned from the rehab process is that if you've had a major surgery like this, you're never done rehabbing. Yeah. And that's not to say like you're afraid of getting hurt again, but like you need to check the boxes every day to make sure that you're never in that spot again. Yeah. So I think going forward after that day, it really ingrained in my mind, routine and listen to your body and those things, because you've been through that time, what that year, 17 months, what that time was like. And then how you felt that day you came back. And that's what keeps you motivated going forward too.
Tell me about Taijuan, the dad.
I guess I'm just super playful. We wrestle a lot. I change a lot of diapers, like diaper duty, a lot of diapers. And yeah, I mean, I just make sure I'm like super overprotective. I think every dad is, right? But I'm always watching him, making sure he's staying out of trouble, he's safe. But also, like, if he's doing something and I'm telling him not to do it, and to some extent, I let him like learn from it. Like putting his hand in the door and like, dude, you're gonna get your fingers caught. Don't do that. Got his fingers caught one time. He doesn't do it anymore. So I feel like for the most part, I'm just kind of super playful and just enjoying being a dad every single day.
Is he right-handed or left-handed?
He's both right now. So my wife's a lefty.
Okay. All right. We got a good chance then. We got a good chance.
Yeah, I know. I want him to be a lefty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's both right. He doesn't really know exactly what he is right now. He kicks the ball both left and right, throws both left and right.
Okay.
His arm is a little bit better from the right side right now, but we can fix that. But one of my coolest memories, I think, coming back after he was born, I hit a home run my first game back. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah,
very cool.
This is one thing too that he's held over my head the entire camp, but like, who's the better hitter? And it's like, well, like there's things I could say, but I can't trump that. Like I can't come back with anything because you got a big league bomb. You got a show bomb, and that's it.
My first year in National League, I hit 231, had 5 RBIs, and hit a home run and a double.
Whoops.
That's my bad.
High
score. What does that mean? Did I break it?
That's my bad.
Let's say it's like the 18th inning. Okay.
Yeah.
Service is out of options. We need a pinch runner. Between the two of you, who is it?
That's Marco.
That's me.
He's a little smaller, so he's quicker.
Oh, small. It's the small feet thing, probably.
Small guy. Come on.
Try hard guy.
I got them trunks though.
You do. I wouldn't be me. I'm too heavy to run right now.
You run slow.
Kendall can run too.
Kendall's fast. Kendall's an athlete. He's a sneaky athlete.
Kendall's like that guy that's sneaky good at everything. Like he's the guy that would, if you bring out a dartboard, like he's gonna drill it. Like 100%. Ping pong, basketball, like the crafty. Like he should almost be left-handed because of how crafty he is. Let's put it that way.
For sure.
Yeah,
I'll give you that. Yeah, Kendall he's sneaky.
Yeah, he is.
Now, Ty, if we're talking athletes here on Inside Corner, so far we've had 2 guests. Rumor has it touched the banner in Peoria.
Yeah, Murph's got some hops. Murph's got some sneaky hops.
Yeah,
but to me, I feel like an all-around athlete. Like, yeah, you can jump, but like, can you catch a football? Can you golf? Can you play tennis? Can you play ping pong? Can you play basketball, soccer, badminton? You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
That's me.
That's me. I mean, Murph can do some of those things as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, if we're talking in terms of like people who haven't seen this banner in the weight room,
it's high. Yeah.
It's like 12, 13 feet. Like it's not a joke. And for dudes that just run up and slap it, like we're talking about 3 guys, right? You, Murph, and D. Gordon.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're talking about those 2 that you're in company with.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Listen,
you were a basketball guy growing up, anyways.
I'm gonna put this out there. I feel like baseball players are the best athletes of all major sports.
I think so too. Because we were the ones who we specified into a skill sport. There's a lot of skills, a lot of hand-eye coordination, a lot of dynamic movements, power, quickness, speed, rotational strength. There's a lot of things that we just it's explosiveness. It's not. I think it's not what people think it is a lot of times.
Yeah, but I feel like you can get a baseball player, you can put them in basketball and football, and they're not going to look silly doing it. You know, they're going to look like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, you watch any basketball player throw out a first pitch, and
that's what I'm saying. Football, you see some of these first pitches, and it's like, man. I mean, like there's a handful of guys. I mean, obviously Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
he played baseball, so he knows what he's doing. There's a handful of guys when they throw the first pitch, it's like, okay, you look like you might be able to play, and then you got guys who, just can't throw.
Yeah. I mean, you put a football in 2 pitchers' hands. You get two pitchers out there throwing a football. We can run routes. We can hit each other in the chest. We can make one-handed catch. Like that's it. Jump shots, no big deal. Like we're multi-sport guys, especially the pitchers.
But I will say, football players are a different type of breed of humongous. So
Yeah.
We might be able to go out there and run routes, but we might get our heads knocked off too. So
No doubt about that. Like, I'm talking strictly flag football or touch.
Yeah, flag football.
Like, that's it. Like, I'm not trying to hit anybody. Or
not even touch football, just flag football.
Not even touch. Yeah.
You know, Ty, so we all know, I mean, going back to when you were in the minors, right? I mean, there were a lot of people within the Mariners organization when you were in AA who said that you were the best athlete the Mariners have. I mean, if you're talking rookie ball to the big leagues, it was Taijuan Walker, Skywalker. When you think back to your to your high school playing days of playing basketball,
yeah.
I mean, one of the biggest questions that every parent has today, right, is, hey, my kid is leaning towards one sport. Should he specialize or she specialize in this one sport, or should he or she continue playing sports? What was that like for you, since you were so skilled at least two sports at an early age? How did you make that decision?
I feel like I'm not a big fan of kids who just play one sport, because growing up, I played football, basketball, and baseball. And I was pretty good at all three. And then I got to high school and I didn't play football. My mom wouldn't let me. So it was just basketball and baseball. And myself personally, I thought I was better at basketball than baseball. Until my senior year, then I just started throwing hard out of nowhere. I became a pitcher. But I feel like basketball really helped me on the dime, because I played shortstop mostly. And so, you know, the quick movements in basketball, you know, the going left to right and stuff, like it really helped me for being a shortstop and stuff. But I think you don't really know what sport you want to be in, or what you want to do going to college and stuff, until you played all three, and then get to high school, and then your senior year, you're like, okay, I really just want to focus on this one. But I feel like growing up, kids, 7, 8 years old, just do only softball, just do only baseball, like, no, I think you do basketball, soccer, softball, do it all, do as much as you can. And I feel like you don't want to, especially as a parent, you don't want to take that freedom away from your kids. Your kids might not even like baseball, and you force them to play baseball. You might want to play soccer, like you don't know what they like until you let them play all the sports.
Yeah, at least until high school too, because I think that's really when you start to develop as a human too. Like you come into your own, you come into your body a little bit more. Like you're gonna be who you're gonna be by your senior year of high school, maybe like into college. You know what I mean? Like that's what you're gonna be physically. And I think you have to explore those avenues if your parents are willing to let you, and if they have the resources to do that too, because I know that's a big problem. Like
100%.
For me, we didn't have the time or the money to be able to do a lot of different sports. We did baseball, that was it, and my dad was a former baseball player. When I got to high school, it was like, that's baseball, that's all we're doing, that's all we got time for. And I had a younger brother too, so like we're both running crazy. So I get that part of it. Like the scheduling is a big deal too. But like, I mean, why not? That's the time for exploring. And like, whenever I get that question, my answer is always like, play as much as you can. Yeah. And even if it's not organized, like go to the park and like play whatever you can, because that's going to translate to any sport that you want to play down the road anyways.
Well, I think what makes it tough too is like, there's so many club teams now for different sports where you can just play all year long. And so you get stuck with that, like your club team, or you have to play, like, and especially you get coaches saying, hey, if you're not going to play for those full year, then you're not on a team. That's not fair. That's not fair. You can't say that to a kid. Like, let them be able to play 3 different sports, especially when you get in high school too. Like if the kid's good at track and field and also football or whatever, like you can't have your high school coaches saying, hey, you got to choose one. Like let him choose one when he's a senior if he wants, you know?
All righty. We're almost to the point where it gets real. Our Twitter question comes from Kaylee, and I think this is a very good question for the times. For both of you guys, what has been your soundtrack for quarantine? What are we rocking out to on a daily basis?
Ooh, man. So I feel like I listen to a lot of stuff. I feel like a lot of it too has been kids music, mostly Baby Shark.
Baby Shark.
Baby Shark. Okay. So when I put my son down to go to bed at night, it's Baby Shark, Circle of Life. Those are like 2 on repeat all night. Yes, and he'll sing it, especially Baby Shark. It's all day long. So I feel like that's mostly my playlist right now.
Baby Shark all day long that's intense, man.
Especially when you hear it one time, it's stuck in your head all day.
Yeah. Yeah, like you're grooving to it. It comes back like midday.
You're right.
Like you're like.
Yeah, but like every time I hear it, like if I'm like away from it, every time I hear it, I'm just like, oh, my son. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
a happy
Yeah.
memory. You know, like it's cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say for me, and this is crazy, but hey, crazy times calls for crazy music. But I've been on the new Justin Bieber album a little bit. Like, have you
That's
been
pretty
on
good.
that? Like,
I've listened to a couple songs. I don't know. I feel like there's so much new music coming out that.
yeah.
But I like the beats. I like beeps.
I haven't
like
been a
his
big
music.
Bieber guy, but like I'm on it. Like I'm
Yeah.
into this new stuff. I'm into this new direction. Like it's a good vibe.
He's older. Yeah, he's older. So I mean, his music's maturing like him. You know, like so it's getting like it's for older people now. I feel like.
Right. Yeah. Goldie, wipe that judging look off your face and listen to some Bieber this afternoon. Trust me.
Is that Marco, that Zumba class you're telling me about that you took this morning, is that what you were listening to?
Oh yeah, Zumba. Zumba.
Huh?
Yeah, because Zumba classes are really going on during quarantine. Goldie,
I bet you'd be great. Well, you can and just YouTube it. You know, do it in your living room.
Zumba at the house.
I'm a big at home Zumba guy. Strict workouts are Zumba and Pilates, and then aerial yoga with like the ribbons. That's big. I'm big time on that too.
I bet Monica would slay you at Zumba at home. Living room Zumba on YouTube.
She slays me at any workout we do.
I'm
kills
sure.
me.
All right, Taijuan, it is time for quick pitch, man. This is the rapid fire where we just destroy you and own you. Are you ready for this?
Good luck.
Okay, thank you. All right, we begin. Ty, breakfast burritos or breakfast sandwich?
Breakfast sandwich.
Would you rather sing on stage or dance on stage?
Dance on stage.
Favorite video game?
Fortnite.
White wine or red wine?
Red wine. You got to finish that.
Ty, Scott Service is coming to your house for dinner. What are you cooking him?
New York with New York steak, white rice with quinoa, bell peppers with onions mixed into it. My wife might whip up some mushrooms that she does, and a glass of Cabernet.
Wow.
Ready. Anything else?
So, next question, pretty easy. So, would you rather cook at home or would you rather go out?
Ooh, go out. I like going out with the wife. It's a good vibe, man. It's fun. We have a lot of dinner dates. We go to dinner dates like when it's open, you know, a couple of times a week. Like we enjoy it.
Cheat day binge food.
Hot Cheetos.
Love it. Would you rather watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
The Bachelor. I thought there's more drama, you know, with The Bachelor.
Teammate most likely to win Survivor.
Murph probably.
Teammate most likely to make their own hand sanitizer.
Maybe Kendall Graveman.
Would you rather make an all-star team or win a gold glove?
That's a good one. All-star.
Griffey or Edgar?
Griffey. I love Edgar though. Don't do that to me. I love Edgar.
All right.
That's not a fair question.
No, it's not. There's not a wrong answer there. Last one. Would you rather win the Cy Young or throw a perfect game?
Dang. Okay. Let me see. Cy Young, I think. I don't know. Question mark, maybe?
I'm Ron.
I mean, you throw a perfect game, you're one of, 24 people that ever throw a perfect game? But
very
throw a
nice.
Cy Young, you have the sick hardware that you can just show up all the time. And you always, I mean.
Yeah. And plus, like, my point, I think I would choose Cy Young too because it's like a year's worth of work. Like, it's like perfect game, you could have one day where it just everything happens. But a Cy Young is not. That's a whole 162.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Ty, man, it's good to see you, first of all. I'm glad to hear that everybody, all your loved ones, everybody in your circle are happy and healthy and taking care of each other. Thank you for carving out some time for us, man.
Yeah. If you guys ever need another guest, let me know. I'll hop on.
Or another
Marco.
different co-host possibly one
I
day.
I could be a co-host.
I might be replaced by you. You did pretty good. So, dude, thanks for coming on. Thanks for doing
Yes,
this.
sir.
That was awesome.
Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. I'm fun. Thanks, guys, for having me. It was fun.
Take care of yourself, man.
Marco,
Later, guys.
I'll see you next week, man.
All right, sounds good, Goldie.
Thanks for watching the Inside Corner with Gonzo and Goldie, presented by Coors Light. Make sure to subscribe to the Mariners YouTube channel for more great Mariners content.